There was some silly stuff in that Pokemon Direct, I gotta be honest, we'll get to that. Apparently they're remaking SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, I don't know why. And then we got the last 12 Sega Genesis minigames, which you already knew that. The Pokemon Direct was this morning. I did not wake up to watch that at 6 a.m. I'm sorry. They put the time slot specifically catered to Japanese people because it's Pokemon, all right? They're like, you know what? We're thinking about you first, Japan. I'm not gonna blame them. The Switch is the best-selling console in Japan 15 months in a row, so well, you can, okay, focus on Japan. That's fine, Nintendo. But they did give us some juicy news, a lot juicier than I expected it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 8 minutes of like nothing, like, hey, look, the starters evolve into this, and then here's some pictures of the rest of the game. Oh, look, you're gonna fight trainers. Something along those lines, but no. There was actually a lot of new features in this game. Some of them I did not care for, and we're gonna get to that in a minute, but we'll go down the list now. Woo! There was open world areas in the game where there's like free roaming Pokemon that I thought was really awesome. Like when he was in the water, there was like Melodic, and there was like a Gyarados, and there was like Snorlax walking around, Butterfrees flying around. I thought that was really sick. I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. We get to see Pokemon like just swimming around in the water and shit actually. Like this is nice. Flying around, Steelix was flying, and I'm like, does Steelix actually fly? I don't really know. I don't watch the anime. I feel like Steelix is more like a snake and kind of burrows and stuff, but he's fucking flying, just flying right through the air. So there's that. How does he fly? Is there magical powers or like some kind of magnetic force field? I don't know. But that was really cool. And then in these free roaming areas, they're trying to make it like an open world. I saw people saying like, ooh, look, open world Pokemon. And I was like, okay, sweetheart, don't get ahead of yourself. This is not open world. They're open areas in a very linear game, all right? I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty linear. I'm sure it's like, you gotta go to this town, and you gotta do this here, and you can't progress past this until you do this. It's gonna be that kind of game, like every other Pokemon game is, obviously. It's not gonna be like, oops, I can fight whatever gym I want, whatever order I want, and do whatever. I could go to the Pokemon League right now, but they're not gonna let me in the gates because I don't have the badges, which is, well, you know, whatever. It's not an open world game. It's open areas in a game, all right? Hold your horses, everybody, Jesus. But it was really cool. I really did like it a lot. I like these areas. It's gonna be fun to explore. You can move the camera around actually, so it's not just a set in place camera, it's set in stone. Like, okay, when you're walking through this area, the camera's right here. That's it. You can move the camera around 360, look around. So maybe there's gonna be some fun hidden stuff. They even hinted at like, oh, let's see what we can find out and about around here. So hopefully I got some fun hidden secrets and some fun stuff to discover. Because I really like that. I really like going in Pokemon games, or I used to. Going in like, ooh, you know Baggins at the back of this cave, like way off in the cut, and you gotta go up a waterfall and all kinds of other stuff. It's the only place in the whole game you can get a Baggin, because I wanted a Salamence, all right? That type of shit is really cool to me. So hopefully they continue with that type of situation with these areas. That would be great. The rest of the game looked pretty standard. It was like, you know, Pokemon Center, Pokemart, the gym, blah, blah, blah. The cities, and then these open areas in between. I forgot exactly what they were called, the open areas. They had a name for them, but I don't remember what they called it. But in these open areas, there were these weird little like pink or like fluorescent pink stone areas where you could meet up with other trainers and battle a gigantic Pokemon. This motherfucker, it's like the size of like a goddamn giant, right? Or like a mythical monster creature giant. It's huge. It's really, it's big as hell. It's as big as some Pokemon should actually be. They're huge, and you get together with your friends. You all come together in raid battles, kind of like, I don't know what you do in like World of Warcraft or some other type of MMORPG where you get together with your friends and you take on a raid boss, which is what these are, these fucking Pokemon raid battles, right? And then you're all cooperatively fighting this Pokemon that's permanently big. This is like a new mechanic in the game called Dynamax. We're getting a little muddied here, but this is like a Dynamax mechanic where Pokemon are just really big for some reason in this region, just randomly. It's really weird and confusing. I don't like this mechanic in battling, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But for the raid battles, it's like, all right, it's like whatever. It's like a little fun niche little side thing. Like, oh look, there's a gigantic Pokemon for some reason. It's got clouds above his head. Who knows? There's gonna be some explanation, obviously, for this. But the raid battle aspect looked fun to me with your friends, you know, whatever. But the weird thing about that is someone can catch this Pokemon, and there are Pokemon in the game that are exclusive that you can only catch in these raid battles for some reason. Like a Quagsire's walking around, and it's like the only way you can catch him if he suddenly becomes giant. You can't even see him until he becomes giant. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyways, only one person in the party can catch them. I think it's like maybe up to 4 people that can battle these things at a time. I don't know if it's going to be like random online friends or you invite your friends. Obviously, they mention friends a lot, so you're going to be able to play with your friends online, but I don't know if you're going to be able to play with random people. That's the question. And if you can play with random people, then this next little tidbit is going to be really fucked. Because apparently only one of the 4 trainers can catch the Dynamax Pokemon. You get this gigantic Pokeball that looked like a disco ball. It had all this like crystals and lights and stuff. And you're just like, just threw it. And then it opens up to catch the Gyarados. And I was like, only one person? Like, that's kind of fucked. Why can't, like, if one person catches it, we all get it? You know what I mean? Like, so it's a fucking weird, wacky side, gigantic Pokemon thing anyways. Kind of be like, it was comprised of 4 Gyarados. Oh my god. But only one person, so like, you gotta decide beforehand who gets to catch the Pokemon. And like, so is it like the Pokeballs allotted to one person, or do they all have a Pokeball? What if someone's a dick and they're like, I know I said you could catch it, but I really want this one. Oops. Like, I don't know there's more specifics. We need to know more specifics of that mechanic, but I think that's kind of stupid and shitty. Only one person can catch it. But overall, I like the raid battle situation. Looked fun. It looked wacky. But I don't like the Dynamax battle mechanic in traditional battles. And that's what we're getting to right here. I'm a little sick. In regular battles in the game, specifically gym leader battles is what they were talking about, because the gyms in this game, we got a brief peek at them before. They're gigantic stadiums. We're like, well, you can get gigantic stadium in a Pokemon battle. Apparently because Pokemon can turn into gigantic fucking monsters. It's a weird little gimmick. It's like Mega Evolution, which is just thrown in the trash now, I guess. Like, they had Mega, like, you remember Mega Evolutions? That was cute. Ha, we're done. Like, Pokemon keeps making these mechanics, and there's like, is that what each generation we're just gonna get some new mechanic that's throwaway, and the next one just nobody cares anymore? They're just like, huh, new one, we got Dynamax battles now. Remember Mega Evolutions? That doesn't mean shit. So I mean, I don't like these. Can we just get traditional Pokemon? Like, you catch a Pokemon, it evolves. That's it. That's like, I don't want, you're muddying up too much stuff. Like, it can turn gigantic with clouds around it, and then also older generation, we had a thing you put on your wrist and it can mega evolve into a new form. Like, no, I just want my traditional, ooh, look, there's a wacky wild Eevee. It can evolve in all these different branches. Or, you know, I got my traditional 1, 2, 3. Or I got my, ooh, branching at the 2. I just want like a traditional, catch a Pokemon, it evolves. There's weird mechanics with it evolving. I don't want the super gimmicky stuff for you to sell toys like little fucking wristbands, the kid with little crystals on it. Like, look, Dad, I got the Mega Evolution wristbands from Target. Like, that sucks, all right? And these Dynamax forms or whatever, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of merch for this because it's hot, new, and fresh, right? But in the battle, just like Mega Evolutions, you only have one in your party or whatever. Dynamax, you can only have one Pokemon Dynamax formed, evolve, or whatever the fuck it's called, one time in a battle for 3 turns. Only lasts 3 turns. Their moves are super OP. Apparently, like, they're all called like max moves. Like, it was like, showed a Raichu in the trailer, and it was like max punch, max whatever, like all these just max moves. They're really just milking the max here, Dynamax. You need a Dynamax band, just like the thing, like I just said. They're gonna sell a lot of those Dynamax bands at Toys R Us. Psych, Toys R Us is dead, so maybe Target, like I said. But I don't like this. I just don't like this this gimmick specifically. When I saw that, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, the raid battles, it's fun. It's some weird little side thing. It's like, okay, wait, but you're gonna like fucking cram it into my battles. So now when I do online battles in Pokemon, I'm gonna be like, oh, Dynamax, awesome. This is like, takes a real chunk of the fun out of it. It's like, because Pokemon kind of like a chess game, right? You gotta anticipate what your opponents are gonna do. Online battling, that is, you know, it's a little more intricate than just a standard gym battle. Obviously, you can just run through a gym battle with just grinding and then go, oh, I'm gonna go bring my Pikachu and use Thunderbolt on everything. In online battles, you gotta look ahead. You're like, okay, well, let me. They're gonna predict this move, so I'm gonna do this. They're not gonna be seeing this coming. You gotta predict your opponent's moves. You gotta get a feel for each other. You gotta see what's going on. You gotta know a lot. It's a lot more complicated and intricate. But when you throw Dynamax, this stupid Dynamax thing, it's gonna be like super, like, OP or something. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be, but it's like, oh, Dynamax, 3 turns, great. Like, it's just throwing another monkey wrench into this dumb shit. I just want to have straightforward Pokemon battles where it's like, ooh, shit, I use Belly Drum, but ooh, I got some barriers and stuff up. Ooh, this is great. Like, but now we got to worry about Dynamax, and you know, it's a mess. But hey, they're trying new stuff. A lot of the other stuff the new stuff that they tried, I was really liking. I was really into it. I was like, okay, this looks like they're going more towards what I was hoping for for a Breath of the Wild style rejuvenation for the series. They're definitely taking steps towards that. The next iteration, I feel like we're gonna really be getting somewhere with this. I was super excited to see this stuff. It looks better than I thought it was gonna be. I just really don't like the little ham-fisted Dynamax mechanics. I thought they were fucking stupid, so I don't know. You tell me what you think. Maybe like, Shane, that was so sick that all your Pokemon can get really big and do super cool, badass moves. And for some reason, this was a big seller though. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom is getting remade. I don't know, it's called Rehydrated. It's called SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. The original game came out in 2003. I never played it, but a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for this, especially people in our little FU game group chat we have on Instagram. They're like, oh, sick, dude. The Battle for Bikini Bottom's coming out. It's like a fucking like second-rate platformer, right? Like, from what I've seen, it's like no one really cared that much critically wise, but like it sold a lot because there's a lot of kids that fucking love SpongeBob. You love SpongeBob, so you're gonna buy the fucking SpongeBob game when you're fucking 6 years old, right? But I was 13 and I was like, I like SpongeBob, but I was like, this looks like something I don't want to play with. I'll be playing my Mario Sunshine. Thank you very much. Keep your SpongeBob. All right. But for some reason they said, you know what? Let's cash in. Is SpongeBob still that relevant? Relevant. Is he still that relevant? I don't know. Maybe he is. I guess we'll see. I saw a lot of people were excited for this though, so it probably will sell well. It's going to be on the Switch. I don't know if it's going to be on anything else. I just saw it was coming from the Switch, so I'm sure it's going to sell great from all these kids that grew up playing the original. We'll see. I don't give a shit this time around either, so I'm not getting it regardless. I just thought that was fucking weird that this game out of all the games that could be remade, they're like, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, that random throwaway cash-in that we had for Nickelodeon, haha. And maybe you're like, Shane, that was a masterpiece, a master class in platforming gaming, all right? Platform gaming. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have given it a look. Maybe I should give this a look. Let me know in the comments. If I'm wrong, then maybe I'll give it a look. Maybe if you're like, Shane, because I really don't know much about it. From what I've seen, it looks pretty like whatever. It looks so whatever to me. But hey, maybe if you can win my heart over. We'll see. Let me know. And we got the last 12 Genesis mini games, all right? The Genesis Classic Mini Edition, or whatever you want to call it. I know I'm late, all right? Okay, stuff happens, okay? I'm a little sick right now, all right? So cut me some slack here. But we got the last 12 games. That's right, 12. Whoa, every YouTuber was like, hi, remember when we said there was going to be 10 more? Tricked ya, there's 12. What a surprise. But the last batch, the last quarter, they gave us this in tens. The last leg here of the releases, of the reveals, I thought was gonna be like, holy shit, you guys, absolutely, there's nothing more you could want. There's literally nothing more you could want. You gave us everything possible. I'm buying it, not even hacking it, just gonna enjoy it as it is. But that is not the case. There are two major games missing from this, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna go down the list of the most recent announced games for it, which there are some cool ones. Darius, I have a friend named Darius, so that's great. Road Rash 2, that's really cool. EA's, I guess, licensing that out to them. That's really cool. I liked Road Rash a lot when I was a kid. I liked that. Strider, never played it. I don't know. I hear it's a classic, so excuse me. Good for you guys. Virtua Fighter 2, the 2D version. It's like, okay, we got 3D version. The whole point of Virtua Fighter is it's fucking 3D, right? We don't need the 2D version. I've heard that the 2D version is okay, but it's like, who gives a shit? No one wants this, all right? Alicia Dragoon, I've heard that's great. Columns, some random fucking Tetris wannabe that was on Sega, right? So it's like, okay, great. We get the off-brand Tetris. Awesome. Dynamite Heady, which RGT85 said was really cool. I'll take his word for it. Don't know anything about it. Kid Chameleon, it's whatever. It's all right. It's pretty classic, but I mean, you got better games, all right? There's better games. There's better games that are missing off of this system. Monster World 4, which I think was a Japanese exclusive, if I'm not wrong. It looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I hear the other Monster Worlds are better though, so it's like, okay, well, give us the shitty one. All right, whatever. Light Crusade, don't know anything about it. Again, sorry, I don't know most of these games. It's like they gave all the other lists. I was like, damn, oh shit, oh fuck, they're hitting me hard. And they give me the last list. I'm just like, what? Oh, okay, all right. And Eternal Champions. Again, I don't know shit about Eternal Champions. Lastly, the biggest one that I haven't seen articles about this ever. Everybody's freaking out about this. They're like, holy shit, Tetris is coming to the Sega Genesis Classic Mini. I'm like, Okay? You know how many fucking places I can play Tetris? I do not give a shit that's coming to Sega Genesis Classic. Be like, Shane, it was never released on the Sega Genesis. It was never released because of legal battles over Tetris and blah, 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 blah. What the fuck does that matter? It's 2019. I have a Sega branded Tetris game for Switch right now in my room, all right? Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's a lot better than the Tetris we're gonna get on this Genesis Mini. If you're excited for Tetris on the Genesis Mini, where the fuck do you live? What time do you live in? Who cares, all right? We got Tetris on fucking everything in the fucking world. Calm down, all right? Really though, for like this is the game that people were flipping their shit about. Like, okay, Sega, you really gave us Tetris? You shouldn't have. And I don't see it. I'm just like, okay, great, awesome. That it? That's what I'm looking at. That's it. Because we're missing fucking Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 on this motherfucker. How do you not gonna have Sonic 3 on your Sega Genesis Mini that's supposed to be the end-all be-all of Sega classics, right? Like, you gave us you gave us the fucking Wily Wars, and we're just like, Sega, you shouldn't have. For real though. But you can't give us Sonic 3. It's like, there's no rights issues here. You own Sonic 3. Just why would Sonic 3 not be on here, right? Like, that's like the pinnacle of Sonic in a lot of people's minds, right? If you want Sonic to look good, give us Sonic 3, okay? Right? Like, what is going on here? How would this not make the console? Maybe they're like, we told you 42. Actually, it's 43. Haha, gotcha. Or 45 or whatever. They're gonna get us again, but I doubt it, right? I think this is it, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe they want us to buy Sonic 3 on like the eShop or somewhere. I don't know what the fuck they want. Like, it's like, what? Like, I don't know. Sega, you really dick this last leg in my opinion. And I'm sorry if that upsets you or that offends you. Grow up. It's a real world. We're allowed to have differing opinions. But hey, I am still excited for it. Greatly excited for it. Still, really, really, I am. I'm gonna buy the thing as soon as it comes out. I'm gonna go boop 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 boop. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna have a great time. I'm sure tons of other people will. This thing is gonna sell amazing, regardless of whatever it's missing. It's gonna do really, really well. And PlayStation, take a fucking note, please, for the love of God, or just give up on classic consoles. I wish you wouldn't. Your first swing was a strike. You're like, okay, whoa, we missed, okay. But maybe you're gonna get back up to bat and give it another crack, and maybe you'll see what Sega's done and be like, okay, all right. We saw what Nintendo did. We thought we could rush it and cheap ass it, but hey, look how hyped people are for Sega. No one gives a shit about Sega. They love Sony. They love PlayStation. We can do this. And you can do it. You can do it. You really can if you really try. But hey, you probably won't. And it's probably done with in the Sega. I mean, the PlayStation Classic's gonna go down in history as just one of your biggest fuck-ups ever. It definitely will. It's in the book. It's in my book right now. I'm writing the book. It's there. But yeah, cool stuff for Sega. Hype for you guys. Good work. Thank you so much. If you want to look like this badass on screen right here, hit up our merch store, FUgameCrue.BigCartel.com. We got shirts, we got mugs, we got all that fun stuff. If you want to support the channel but you don't want to buy merch, we got a Patreon, patreon.com/FUgameCrue, or you can join the channel join button down there. We got links in the description for all that fun stuff. Also my personal channel and our skateboarding channel. Go check that out, and I'll see you guys later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.